Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. It's a ladder game between Snowbound or Bloodier and Blast Chilled. The map is High Noon, 10x10 map with quite a lot of water, about half its water, half its land. We got two distinct land masses, and each player starts on one of them. We have a couple islands, and we have both players playing UEF. So this map is definitely, well, nice to have some T1 hover, gotta say. Of course, because you're on two separate land masses, that's gonna help quite a lot if you can actually make T1 units that can attack your opponent's side. But in lieu of T1 hover, and we don't have any of it here, Start's gonna focus on where the ACU moves to and the air. So you gotta be quite precise, I guess, with the build order because you don't have many resources. You have some reclaim around this mountain, but not very much. Trees, I don't think, well, no, the trees aren't very good, and there's a lot of these cactus, which take 10,000 years to reclaim. Do you have an expansion with a hydro? It's quite important. Some spread out mexes, a few mexes in the back. This is commonly a place to make navy. Navy is, well, not hugely important, but generally some navy is made, some T1 navy, and even more occasionally T2 navy is made, but generally actually we see T2 land on this map. So we see the hover because you are still quite close to your opponent. It's just a bit of a water gap to cross, so Wagner's, Yenzine, Blaze, and Riptides all see use here. And of course floating flak if you're lucky enough to have it. We won't have any of that here. So Snowbound made a P-Gen before going to the Hydra, then made two more P-Gens in an air factory. Blast Shield is not using his commander. I think he built the Hydra with the commander and walked. But his air is now going to be later, so that's dangerous. Snowbound doesn't actually have the mass to do what he's aiming to do, unfortunately. So I'm going to send some engineers to grab a few rocks and then walk the ACU. And where's the ACU going to go? So there's just a couple options for the ACU really. You walk across the map to here, take this mex, maybe try and walk down to here, possibly go for some gun upgrade or T2 upgrade in the water, try and do some damage. You can also try and cut off your opponent moving across by moving to the left here. But Blast Shield looks like he's walking straight into Bloodier's commander. I'm not sure what the aim of that is. We don't have any assist on the air factory, so for Blast Shield, so I'm kind of worried. There's a small amount of assist for Bloodier. Blast Shield just trading HP. Maybe he can probably come over here and kill this. If you think if he wants to shoot this, it's going to cost him 800 HP on his commander. Because, well, there's 800 HP here. And Bloodier blocks the shots with his commander, body blocks them. But now, I don't really think that that's even worth it for Blast Shield. If you think about it, he loses like 800 HP for all the shots he's shooting the mechs. What do you want, 800 more HP in your commander or a dead T1 mechs? Well, it depends on the situation, but I might want the 800 HP. And Bloodier's winning air easily. Just had the air factory faster, had one engineer assisting for just a short while, and he wins air completely, so we should see bomber. You can see that immediate switch to a bomber from this factory. And T2 land is complete. Was assisting that on the way, and meanwhile, instead of T2 land, we have a T2 mechs from Blast Shield, and he's actually doing quite well. Why are these mechs not taken? I'm not sure why Bladir is not expanded in any decent amount of time to these mechs here. There's also quite a bit of reclaim around this mountain, more so perhaps than even the mountain beside the base. But Bladir going to trade HP. Not sure what the purpose is. Nobody using their ACU too well here, I gotta say. You could be trying to put pressure on here. The bomber though. Oh, he missed. Not sure why. But Bloodir's gonna take back some map control, take some maxes back. He is just simply behind in economy because of expansion. And actually Blast Shield has a lot of power. And you can see Bloodir has not been adding power. Now he is adding a max, but not adding power, and that's because right now he doesn't need it. So instead of building power at these engineers, he assists the air factory. And Blast Shield has now increased his air production. He has significant mass in the bank, and he's built so much power right now. So the only way he can use 700 power, I gotta say, is probably commander upgrade. And he may also look to do T2 land himself because the Riptides have arrived. And this guy's gonna get overcharged. Damn, that is so expensive. A Riptide, and the very first Riptide just gets overcharged by the commander after killing a T1 mech. It's not good for Bladir. This raiding, however, is good for him. He's gonna kill the mexes. Needs to get an engineer out here to take that as fast as he can. You're gonna see a support factory as well. So Bladir really going for the T2 land, and still very low on power. He needs to start adding more, I think, especially as he's made a little bit of eco, so definitely going to be lacking power very soon. So there you can see him adding more. But Blast Shield has just a big score lead, and he has a full mass bar. It's quite strange. T2, here it comes. And oh, we have some naval planned. Bladir has already built his factory. This is looking pretty fine for Blast Shield. Not sure why he's paused mexes. He has so much mass in the bank, he should be assisting mex upgrades. Still no T2 land. Making more navy over here as well, in fact. So probably doesn't need. Yeah, he cancels the idea of making those 3 factories. There's Riptides in various locations now. There's one coming over here, can attack the main base. This one can easily get around the PDs. It's one of the things on this map. It's all beach on the main island. You can walk up anywhere you want. So it's very difficult to actually stop T2 land with just PDs because there's no chokes to lock the T2 land into. That's why people make T2 land so often. If there's only a couple of beaches, it would be a lot easier to stop it. And Bladir being kind of aggressive. Blast Shield has finished T2 land, and Bladir has completely lost air. And as we said, he didn't add much power, so it's going to be difficult to actually get back into air now that he's lost it, because he just doesn't have the power to maintain as much production as Blast Shield has. You can see all this very nice adjacency, reducing the cost of his air. Over here, the Riptide looks to have gotten reclaimed after getting a few kills. Should leave some nice reclaim. Over here, Bladir is ground firing, I believe. to hit the unit that's building, but now, well, let's see if it's enough to win the fight. Well, not if he runs away. The Riptide should go down. Frigates are the way to deal with those. One of the ways to deal with the amphibious T2 land, except for the Wagners, of course, which travel on the bottom of the ocean. But frigates, very good, much more range, much more speed, and a lot of health. Naval units are just essentially better than their tech counterparts on land. They're always always faster, and have a lot more range. Snowbound now has a big lead in economy. It's been ecoing, but look at this ominous, ominous looking commander walking up the beach. He's built a sonar. He's just getting torped, so he's gonna get rid of that guy as fast as he can. A lot of, well, decent damage done by the Riptides here. Frigate gonna go down, but another one will come out. But all these three mexes have been killed and denied. Not sure what Blast Shield is complaining about. Oh, maybe the fact that his torpedo didn't finish, perhaps. And that he's getting raided over here. Not sure. This is a big investment, so we'll have to see. I mean, looks like Bloodier could do more damage. These mexes here should not be allowed to live. And I guess this one. But the bomber's doing great. Look at that, doing huge damage to the Riptides, and Blast Shield is making T2PD on Bloodier's side. He needs to make it just a bit further forward and he can start doing actual damage to the economy. Look at all the power that's so far forward. I mean, Blast Shield only needs to get a PD here, and then he's hitting the Hydra and some P-gens and the air production, and a bit further, and then he'll be into have most of the power production in range, and that would be extremely painful if he can get to that stage. So Bloodier has to stop him right now. So we can see Riptides building up. That's a bit of a waste. I think we need some MMLs. That's what we need, really, to make sure these PDs can't do anything. Make sure they go down as they're going up. But Blast Shield over here completely dominates the air. Looks like Bloodier wanted to try and save the Riptides from the bombers. He completely lost air. Over here, well, that's something. That is a Tiger Shark getting ground fired by a T1 bomber and burning. That's one way to do it. And a couple stolen mexes for Blast Shield. That's a strange one. And overall, Blast Shield with this T2 commander, I mean, it's really all down to this right now. The raiding is basically ended, and Bloodier was doing fine at that, but now it's over. It's all about this attack here, and we have 3 factories up to make arties, and the first air factory goes down. And this T1 commander cannot do anything. There's three T2PDs that will easily stop any T1 commander. So Bloodier has to just try and get out of range, try and dodge as many of the shots as he can. And he needs some MMLs. Where are the MMLs at? Well, we have arties, which can certainly help a lot, but we need MMLs more than anything. Oh, this commander is going to take so much damage, but he just has to stop this, and I don't know if he can. He's already taken so much damage. The Hydro goes down, a couple of P-gens, air factory, the PD defending has gone down, but now full on attack with the Riptides, there's just so much PD, and Blast Shield can even reclaim this Riptide. Look at that. Donated mass. Overcharges the next one. And a couple of the PDs have gone down. The most forward PDs have gone down thanks to the arties. But a lot has been lost. Oh, look at that overcharge. 3 arties and a Riptide die. And this looks very hard to hold. And Bloody's just making arties. He's not making MMLs. I think that's a bad mistake over here. Well, this Torp Launcher possibly going to go down. Blast Shield going to try and cut off any Navy from getting over to this side of the map. Control the middle thanks to this PD, and then Torp Launchers that he, unfortunately for him, can't get up. Every bit of ground Blast Shield makes means more damage done, and the bombers. In fact, he won't even have to make up that ground. Look at how weak all these P-gens are. We may have a big explosion here very soon. The arties might get into range instead of bombers. If he just attacks these P-gens, he can destroy so many of them. Take out the storage, man. They are going down, but oh man, if he attacked the storage, it would be so devastating. But I think right now, you can see Bloodier already suffering for power. Has to make more at the back. But he's making the gun now, but he only has 3000 HP, so he can't even really tank much damage. And the bombers come in after the P-gens and the energy storage. It's just crushed the power production of Bloodier. The P-gens are left at the front are going down as well, and I think Bloodier is out of this game. He can't even finish the gun now. No power to do that without ceasing all of his other production. Blast Shield even has, well, it's quite close in air, but Blast Shield could even come in and win that. And Bloodier calls GG. That's a kind of interesting game. Nice T2 commander push from Blast Shield. I think, yeah, Bloodier's expansion wasn't ideal on the bottom side. You can see there's still a lot of reclaim here that could be taken. A lot more of this is gone up here, for example. And the rating from the Riptides, I guess it was okay, but generally, well, he was losing them to T1 bombers, and he only killed some T1 mexes. This push was really good, and this energy storage surrounded by all these P-gens was not not helpful for Bloodier. He'd lost, I mean, a couple hundred in power production, I think, there when the storage went down. But nice play with the T2PD, the commander, and the arties. That was a pretty nice combo made for a very strong push from Blast Shield. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.